Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one-shots, mini-series, and long-running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. This week is a special week because it is our Caravan of Cthulhu week. All week long, we'll be playing spooky-themed games in support of the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, a program dedicated to providing medical care to thousands of injured, ill children who would otherwise lack local access to care. You can find the donate page by scanning the QR code in the, which is not currently in the corner of the screen. I'll fix that at break, or by following the link that I'm about to post into. Go there. Also, when you donate, keep in mind that a $10 or more donation gets your name added to a raffle at the end of the week, where we're giving away a bunch of very cool prizes, like some stuff for Cyberpunk Red, as well as some art, hand-drawn art for some of the amazing members of the community, and a bunch of
Delta Green.
And a Delta Green slipcase. For people who live in the United States, I'm so sorry, but that you gotta live in the
That's right. America.
Yeah. But you can follow those links in the chat. Go check out the donation. Other than that, my name, of course, is Andrew, and tonight we will be playing Fallout 2D20 as a preface to our Fallout 2D20 campaign, which will be starting officially in 2 weeks from now, and we will run from now until eternity because the system and setting is amazing, and this cast is amazing, and I already love this game so very much, and I haven't bought a vault suit. Like, come on. But yeah, why don't we go around, let all of you tell who you're playing tonight, and then I have a question for you. No pressure. There's no right or wrong answer. We will go left to right, top to bottom, as we do. Means we are starting with the lovely Doc.
Hey everybody, I'm Doc Rimbo. I use he, she, and they pronouns. Tonight I am reprising, I am rebooting the role of Sir Lance, who, well, you'll meet Sir Lance in a little bit, but he's a robot. Let's not try and keep any fancy secrets here. He is Mr. Handy Robot, so he is the... I don't know. I think I get the feeling that you're going to ask a personal question, and Lance will have a very specifically Lance answer to that question.
Yeah, you know what?
Lance uses he, him pronouns, by the way.
Get us throw in a little background.
Oh, all right.
Well,
turn the lights down.
I mean,
way ahead of you on that one.
But no. Sir Lance, my question for you. You are approached.
Yes, Sir Hooper.
You're approached by a frenzied vault scientist who yells, "I'm going to put my quantum harmonizer in your photonic resonation chamber." What is your response?
I clearly and confidently order him to stop for the safety and well-being of myself. But if he really wants to, go ahead.
Well, your options.
The customer is always right.
Option 1. But doctor, wouldn't that cause a parabolic destabilization of the fission singularity? Option 2. Yeah, up yours too, buddy. 3. Say nothing, but grab a nearby pipe and hit the scientist in the head to knock him out. For all you knew, he was planning to blow up the vault. Or 4. Say nothing, but slip away before the scientist can continue his rant.
Ooh, I think I will go with number 1 and try to convince him to think logically about the situation.
Absolutely. For this game, and for this game only, you can increase your science score by 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There is a right answer.
There is.
Robot time, and I got it.
My
My mom is going to be so proud.
bring us over to Caitlin.
Over to who?
Caitlin. Ooh.
Me! Okay. I thought I heard the hey everybody, I'm Caitlin. I use she, her pronouns. Blah 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 blah. Tonight I'm playing Nuka Watts. Uses she, they pronouns. A little survivor guy wandering the wastelands. Curious, often hyper focused, the kind of repair person of the crew, possibly, and best buds with Sawyer. So excited. And I'm ready for this question. Give me the goat.
Absolutely. While working as an intern in the clinic, a patient with a strange infection on his foot stumbles through the door. The infection is spreading at an alarming rate, but the doctor seems to have stepped out for a while. What do you do? Option 1. Amputate the foot before the infection spreads. 2. Scream for help. 3. Medicate the infected area to the best of your abilities. Or 4. Restrain the patient and merely observe as the infection spreads.
Ooh. There was a time when I took medicine, and I probably would have done 3. But now I have a feeling, if no one else was around, possibly 4.
4. Restrain the patient and merely observe as you... Naturally. You can also, for this game and this game only, increase your science skill by 1.
Hey, nice.
And that brings us down to Aaron.
Hi, everybody. I'm Essie or Erin Spencer. My pronouns are she, her, and tonight I will be playing Harbinger, a former operator raider turned railroad heavy.
Also, I want you to know that because we're having character art done, because of course we are, the art for Harbinger just hit me like a freight truck. Just want everyone to know that. But yes, your question. You discover a young boy lost in the lower levels of the vault. He's hungry and frightened, but also appears to be in possession of some stolen property. What do you do? Option 1. Give the boy a hug and tell him everything will be okay. Option 2. Confiscate the property by force and leave him there as punishment. Option 3. Pick the boy's pocket and take the stolen property for yourself and leave the boy to his fate. Or 4. Lead the boy to safety and turn him over to the overseer.
You know, I don't really like any of these questions. I think it's a combination between 1 and 4. I want to make sure that this kid is okay, and then I'm going to lead him the fuck out of there, but not back to the overseer, to somewhere better. What kind of test is this?
Well, I feel like that's an adequate enough answer to increase your speech.
Thank you.
And then that brings us over to Mallory.
Hi, I'm Mallory, also known on the internet in some places as Moxie Blue, and I get to play Sawyer in this game, and they are a small little child of Adam missionary who has left the church for the first time to go on this adventure with this new crew that Nuka has brought them along to meet. So their best friend Nuka, that is like the only person in the world. They would believe anything Nuka said, honestly. Nuka was like, these people seem nice, and I was like, yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Sure, uh-huh.
For sure. That sounds correct to me.
Well, Sawyer, my question for you. Congratulations. You made the Vault baseball team. Which position do you prefer?
Oh, I don't get options or anything. Well,
I'll give you some
good
options.
job me for making the baseball team.
Option 1, pitcher. Option 2, catcher. Option 3, designated hitter. Or 4, none. You actually wish you'd made the soccer.
Oh.
Oh, see, now this is a very interesting question because I'm actually not, I don't have very good aim. Um, I think my friends have seen me shoot before and it doesn't go very well. Maybe catcher though. I feel like I'd be good at that, or I'd be good on the soccer team. But hitting doesn't feel right, and pitching doesn't really either because those both require accuracy and aim, and I don't really have those.
So catcher was your answer.
Yeah.
Well, of course, there are no right or wrong answers, but judging by the proficiency here as you've answered, I can tell that your big guns must have increased by 1.
Ooh.
And then last but not least, over to Baba Yaga.
Hi, I'm Baba Yaga. I use she, they, he pronouns. And tonight I will be playing Patience Hawkins. And she's been wandering these hills for about longer than anybody else. And let me have it, Vault Man. What question do you got for me?
Well, of course, as you know, your grandmother loves your company, loves to invite you over. On this evening has invited you for tea. But you're surprised when she gives you a pistol and orders you to kill another vault resident. What do you do? Option 1. Obey your elder and kill the vault resident with the pistol. Option 2. Offer your most prized possession for the resident's life. Option 3. Ask Granny for a minigun instead. After all, you don't want to miss. Option 4. Throw the tea in your granny's face.
Well, that's easy. You gotta obey your elders.
Naturally. The test has dictated that you must have increased your small guns by 1. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have for our GOAT exam. Please turn in your paper in front of the classroom and report to your designated station.
And that's it. That's the whole show.
See you later,
Yeah,
everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
See you next time.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we actually get into today's game, now that we've met our characters and got a glimpse into their personalities thanks to the beloved GOAT exam, off. And then each of you would catch ear of a broadcast that plays over your radio. Uh, maybe you hear it over a pit boy as a unsuspecting vault dweller walks past you. Wherever you are, however you hear it. The broadcast begins with a faint static hum, then fades to a smooth voice with a soft background. Hello, survivors. This is your overseer, Christopher R. Pig, of Vault 16. You're tired, hungry, or just seeking safe haven, our doors are open to you. Inside, you'll find food, water, and a community ready to welcome. There's another burst of static for a moment here. Come on in. We got everything you need, and then some. Yes, thank you. Why face the dangers of the world alone when you can join us in safety? Vault 16 is your refuge, place to rest, cover, and find peace. Waiting for you. That's back to does also give coordinates where this Vault 16 is a little off the beaten path, not really in between any notable trade routes, or honestly, most people would have no reason to walk this far away from the Commonwealth. But for whatever reason, it seems like you 5 have been selected. I'm going to pass it over to you. Where were you all? What were you doing when this transmission?
If we go in the same order,
Sure.
which I'm assuming we do because I'm already talking. We see Sir Lance, and he is like approaching what looks like kind of maybe like an old silo or something like that. And there's like a window way up top, and there's a clearly dead person hanging out of the window. And he's approaching, and he has a dead like mutant hound in his arms. And as he approaches, he says, "Do not worry, fair damsel, I have found your steed. He wandered not too far and was attended by a group of thuggish louts." And then he hears this broadcast in his head, and he says, "That seems legitimate and not suspicious at all." And he dumps the hound on the ground, and he turns around and just heads in the direction of the broadcast.
Fantastic. Well, were you traveling with the other companions here, or were you off on your?
I think Lance has met several of them, if not all of them, before. But
He
at
did
the
do
moment,
that
he is
job
out just
not too long ago.
he's out there trying to be helpful and do courageous and noble knightly deeds.
Or,
Because he thinks he's a knight.
I mean, he is a knight.
Oh, thank you. Oop.
Ridiculous.
You get it. You get it.
But, well, then why don't we jump over to the pair that I know for a fact traveling together, Nuka and Sawyer.
Oh, what are we doing?
Absolutely. I am literally just following Nuka around. Sawyer's still getting the lay of the land as far as anything outside of the church goes. So it's a lot of following Nuka around and asking questions that if anyone heard Sawyer ask them, they would assume Sawyer's lost all of their memory. Because it's the most basic of things that they do not know.
And I think Nuka's going around picking up parts as we're traveling, and eventually finds this car and is attempting to develop a, if not a full consciousness, some way for the car to communicate, and just just chugging a bunch of Nuka-Cola and like putting random things in it. And I think maybe turn on the car radio in an attempt to get it to speak. And we hear this broadcast filter through.
Patience, how do you feel about being together at Bunker Hill? Just by chance. I'm seeing a nod. So, perchance that Harbinger and Patience are at Bunker Hill, hearing that, wrapping up some business with some individuals in large brown coats, like heavy leathers and things like that, looking a little suspicious, like whatever she's doing. But I think y'all might have some clues. But she is polishing her handmade automatic rifle, smoking a hand-rolled cigarette. This comes in. Patience is probably somewhere close if we're both at Bunker Hill. Looks over at Patience as this radio comes in. Probably a few people heard it. And she's just going to look around and then look over at Patience. And like the recognition that they're both at Bunker Hill together, and like let the hand-rolled cigarette fall down a little bit. Don't make me say it. That's raider bait, right? And turns around over her shoulder. The other two people that were walking away probably shrug as they kind of slink back into the shadows. She'll just slide the bolt back. Be like, fucking hell. I'll take care of it. Sling the automatic handmade over her shoulder. You want to clear out some raiders, Patience?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There. Been trying to fix the dang key to make it work. Yeah. No, I think I have some paybacks. They got one of my grandkids, the raiders. So, yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm so sorry.
It's like cocks a shotgun.
Yes.
Come on, Beans. Let's go. Beans.
Whatever you need to do here, we'll load up and then we'll We'll get on our way, and I'll offer you a. I don't know if you smoke, but I have some if you want them.
Yeah, well, you don't get any younger.
At this point,
And roll too. That's
the,
quality stuff.
the Raiders or the Galguai or Death Claws, they'll kill you far before cancer. But in our own ways, through our own journey, we make our way across the Commonwealth towards Vault. Since you didn't really have to stop to rest, drink, Sir Lance, we have you.
Yes, this is good.
As we approach the vault, very first thing that catches your eye, massive 1-6. That giant cog wheel. But it does seem a little bit off. Would you like to make the very first?
Me? Yes, I would.
Make a
What kind of check am I
perception
doing here?
survival.
Yes, I will. Perception survival, you say?
Difficulty 1.
Okey-doke. That is, so I got that from nothing in that, but fortunately you asked for perception, which is better. Here we go. Those are bad rolls in this system.
An 18 and a 14 are bad, unfortunately. You want to roll low.
Okay, I'm gonna use a hero point. First roll of the series. I'm gonna use a hero point and re-roll it. Because I want to see what's wrong with this thing. And this is clearly an important roll.
Clearly.
Same thing. Attribute is a 7, and I don't have anything in survival. Here we go.
No,
I got
double
those big
12s.
double 12s. All right.
No, you are just.
Looks normal. Wait, looks normal.
The doorway itself, gleaming almost amidst the decay and the apocalypse of the entire area around it. The door itself is clean, it's well maintained, just this bright, shiny contrast. As you are standing there, staring at it for just a moment, you would hear footsteps behind you.
I turn around and immediately kill whoever it
Immediately
is.
stab.
Permanently.
Nuka and Sawyer, it's hard to mistake that comforting voice and presence.
My boon companions, fellow adventurers, welcome to Cave 16.
Lance, I think it's a vault.
Well, if we have to jump over something, yes, but I can fly.
Oh, okay.
Sure, that
Yes.
makes sense.
Vault Cave 16.
Are you having
Just
some
look at
troubles
Nuka
with-
because I am so confused and I am convinced he must be right.
No. It's a vault. You having trouble with the door there, Sir Lance? Could you?
No, I have not had trouble with the door. That door is having trouble with me. Look, you can see that it is slightly open, and whatever abominations hide inside may have left.
Look with your special eye.
Use your non-robot peepers to do a better roll than me.
Yeah, Nuka, I would happily give you a perception level if you'd like. Sawyer, unfortunately, I don't know that you've experienced much of the wasteland to know.
Oh, I think this is all perfectly normal. At least what they assume is perfectly normal.
All right, perception survival.
Difficulty,
Okay.
just need 1 success.
all
What's
you
so
need.
difficult about 1?
It's apparently much harder than you would think, Coop.
Just for me.
Oh.
Just saying.
Did that do it? Did I
And
do
we're
it?
not
I
having the
said-
best track record in this game so
You
far with
did
dice
do it.
rolls.
We are
Mm,
0 for
We all
6.
see
You all
the
didn't see the
door.
0.5, but
The door
I
may or may
I
not
see
actually
a
be
door.
there.
Like,
Perhaps it is an illusory door caused by magic.
I don't know about magic, but I think illusion. There's some kind of, and I think Nuka just starts like looking around the door for like some kind of like holographic equipment or something that's messing with this freaking door.
Coop, I want you to know that I know you love a one shot. This is going to be the whole episode.
Oh
Here
yeah,
we are.
this door.
Horror.
The door.
Well, as you do step closer to it, you hear that loud creak and screeching as that massive metal cog is pulled back and starts to roll off to the side as two more sets of footprints or footsteps heard approaching. Harbinger and Patience, this is the trio that you had that near-death encounter with too long ago, and it seems fate has brought you all together once.
Well, hey there again, Wastelanders. Looks like you found a vault. Be careful, don't step in there. Everything is a trap. Okay, y'all are aware of that, right? You know that this is a deliberate, okay, it's bait. So every step you take, make sure you got your weapons locked and loaded. Stay frosty, all the
everything can
above,
be a
whatever
trap.
moniker you want to use. No, this
Sir
is
Harbinger,
definitely a
not
trap.
everything can be a trap.
This is definitely a trap, though. Trust me. Don't ask me why I know. Just trust me.
I mean, it does seem like it's a trap.
Thank
The
you,
two
Patience.
voices, like nobody else noticed that there was two voices on the recording.
Oh, no, I got the command person.
Yeah, there somebody was that wasn't right.
Just keep your head on a swivel when you go in there and don't trust anybody. Get ready to squeeze the trigger, if you know what I mean.
I'd give both of you a
It's
perception.
quite literal. It's not even an analogy.
Yeah.
Just finger trigger, squeeze, pop, pop, dead.
Point,
Easy
shoot.
peasy.
I'd give both of you perception survival if either of you would like to.
Okay.
There's a success. There's two successes, in fact.
Look who's so good at rolling dice.
Now,
No.
Patience in their older age, they've learned to take things in one step at a time, to stop and smell the decayed mutant spirits. As the vault door, fully rolls off to the side, before it has a chance to, you notice that there is something odd about that 16. If it was Vault 16, it would be center of the door, prominently displayed. Vault Tech likes to show off a little. But it looks like there was a number that was scrubbed off and kind of like, welded down before the 16. Missing a number.
Just to point out that there's 16 viewers in chat right now as we enter Spooky Vault 16.
Right. Perfect.
We love to see it.
But the door does open fully. There we are. Stare inside. We're greeted by a spacious, well-lit atrium. The walls are lined with clean, polished metal, adorned with old-world posters depicting happy vault dwellers, all living in peace. A large, cozy lounge area set up with comfortable chairs, coffee tables, and cups ready and waiting hot, steaming coffee. A vintage radio softly playing a welcoming tune in the background. The atmosphere here is perfect. Almost too perfect. Would you like?
Sir Lance brings out his steaming extension that he uses to boil water and create tea for people, and just springs into action. He's
Light
getting all
on
these
in.
coffee cups, just checking for any drinks that need warming up.
Yep, there's no one in here.
They might come back later.
You do
Don't
see
want their drinks getting cold.
a big.
Just gonna kneel by the entrance hall with the rifle, sort of. I'm gonna sling it open and cock the slide back again. Check to make sure I got it's loaded, and I'm just gonna stay at the ready, be like,
Yep.
fuck, as Sir Lance starts making tea in the
That's
atrium.
right. I welcome them in, and you scare them off.
There
Teamwork.
is a big hand painted
Makes the
sign
dream work, Sir Lance.
that says "Welcome home."
I don't dream.
Patience is gonna go. Beans, where'd you go?
Right there at your
Um,
heel.
Yeah. He has keen sense of smell, so I'm gonna ask him to sniff us out somebody. Just be like, come on, find somebody. There's a good boy. Go.
For a dog, for specifically this instance, there's no real risk of failure. So I would say that, yeah, Beans will take a moment to sniff the air and then just start walk in and cut this like purposeful trot and walk into the atrium and then continue past the atrium towards a hall at the back of the room.
Patience is just gonna like shrug and follow after, like probably have the dog like 10-15 feet in front, but yeah, we're gonna find somebody. The dog's good.
And the rest of it.
What are you thinking, Sawyer?
Well, Harbinger said to keep this out, and so I have one of my guns out with my, like, ready to pick it up and fire it at any second, because now it's just, I think, second to Nuka, Sawyer listens to Harbinger because Harbinger is just a badass that Sawyer wants to be when they grow up.
Very
so
true.
it's like, okay, listen to Harbinger, hand on the gun, and is looking around wildly and cannot figure out whether this is what a vault is supposed to look like or not, because they've never been in one, so they're just
Why would anyone leave
observing.
this? Why?
Such a paranoid way.
This is heaven. So yeah, the two of you step in.
Yeah.
I'll
I
look
don't know.
after Patience and the
Patience?
dog, I think.
I'm keeping sort of like an overwatch and seeing Sawyer with the gun out at the ready, and I'd be like, don't get too nervous, but you're on the right track.
Okay, I got this. Everything. Hey, okay.
So our marching order would be Beans, Patience, Nuka, Sawyer, Harbinger, the Lance. Are you taking up the rear? Or are you right behind Beans?
I think we see everyone sort of like, and then we see Beans. When Beans gets down and starts getting to work, we see Lance give this look at Beans where, like, you've never seen a Mr. Handy robot do this before, but two of his eye stalks, like the eye pupils just sort of like squint a little bit at Beans.
I love that.
And then as Beans walks up, Lance is going to follow, and you just hear him say, I will make sure that the animal does not get in trouble.
Immediately behind.
Mhm.
Okay. We press on to the hallway. Immediately things start to take an unnerving. The hall is much less well lit, with flickering lights where there are lights at all. The doors you pass, as well as the walls themselves, all start to get this rusted tint. There's even points where you can see scratch marks dragging along. Sir Lance and Patience, two of you would be close to the front. You first hear Beans start barking, and then, take a few cautious steps back away as you round a corner to there is someone there. a good 10 or so feet down the hall away from Beans. But they're just standing there, back to you.
Lowering auditory output. Sir Patience, your dog is a coward. What should we do? Sir Patience, speak up. We must whisper so one another we can hear one another, but so that the other person does not hear us.
Got the rifle trained on this person.
Turn up your auditory output.
They're not moving. Hard to even get much of a clear image of what they look like with the very dim light.
Lance does turn like one of his stalks back toward the others, and then uses his pincer to be like, make the universal sign for there's a mysterious figure in this hallway.
Yes, that sign that we all know.
That everyone knows in this fiction we're creating.
They have yet to move.
Something is wrong with Sir Patience.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Never mind, I fixed it.
Oh, I was so scared for my dog.
The coward.
No, and also I feel like Sir Lance has known Patience since she was a little girl. So like this is you've known every single
I'm the oldest one in the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've known all 7 of the beans, like the whole
Yes.
lineage. And yeah, so you're like, this is the worst
Beans
one.
The fifth. Beans the Fifth was really the high point of that run.
Well,
Maybe it's time for a new name when this one inevitably dies.
that's the cycle of life, son.
I start playing Circle of Life through my speakers.
The,
You
I'm
can see
gonna-
by Elton John.
the figure
Rocks fall.
Yep.
twitches
Yep.
at a
I'm gonna
very
get my shotgun out.
inhuman kind of twitch. The limbs all almost moving independently of each other.
Can I this is the only figure that we can see, correct though?
You can see very little down this very dark hall.
Through the way it's moving, do I think ghoul?
Kind of. It seems
Okay.
even a little less human than a feral ghoul. That's saying a lot.
Interesting.
Is there anything else like down this hall? Is it just like classic panels?
There's
All the way
doors,
down.
there's windows, but
Junk?
it's very dark.
Sir Patience, should we introduce ourselves? Should I go up and say hello?
Whew, well, I mean, maybe we should get him over to us. Beans, and we'll whistle very lowly, but see if that does anything. Like whistle for the dog while watching the figure to see if it suddenly attacks us.
It does
Lance
start
is
to
gonna
turn.
hold his ground. Yeah.
It doesn't turn to look at you. Body kind of turns independent of the head for a moment. More drug along than anything. And it will take a step. And another step. The more it steps into light, the more you can see that it just doesn't make sense. One of the legs looks longer than the other leg. The arms are just wrong. And it's hard to place why until you see that they're backwards. Left arm is on the right side, the right arm is on the left side. Even when you can finally see the face, there is a massive scar, base of the neck up to about the temple. And it looks like 2 different people were sewn together to make this.
Nope. I'm gonna shoot it with my shotgun.
Absolutely.
Pop, 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 pop.
In terms of like the way you're facing and positioning, doesn't make a difference to Lance. This dude's got 360, so he's going to be like, this person needs medical attention. I will go and amputate. I'm like,
Lance, are you gonna
Just like
amputate
the
half
goat
the
test.
body?
Let's go ahead and throw us into just to put us. So Sir Lance and Patience were in front of the hall. That means Sawyer would have been in the middle with Harbinger back. Beans, of course. Bravest of them.
Is there an easy way or a button that I'm not seeing to add a background image to Video Ninja, or is it like a complicated process?
At the end of the Video Ninja link, but and effect equals 5.
I did write it in the chat too, if you want to look there.
Is it and or ampersand?
Ampersand.
It's in our chat for the spooky one. I think I put it down there.
Harbinger, even though you have quite a few targets in between you and this figure, pretty sure you could take a clear shot. Or at the top of it.
Absolutely. All right. That's going to be...
You're at medium range right
Okay. And it's 2 dice, right?
Yes. But this is a rifle, correct?
Yep. Automatic handmade. That looks good.
Is this a medium weapon?
Yes. Should
Then-
be. Yep, medium.
It is a difficulty.
Okay. Looks like a success.
Yes, 1 success. Shot will absolutely rip into this thing, into the torso. Two damage with burst 2. The attack hits an additional target within close range of the target. There are no additional targets. This is physical damage. Has no resistance to that. We'll just take the 2 damage.
Okay. I don't know what this is, and I don't want to waste all of my skill shots and everything, so I'm just gonna... Let's see if it...
Minor action unless you spend some hard-earned AP.
Is that a mess?
What?
No, I think we're okay. I think we're good. Because Center Mass just looks like it's just a reroll for the attack. So I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep. So I'm just gonna rip into it like a couple of rounds right into the torso of this thing. That'll be it for Harbinger.
It does make impacts with every shot, but it itself does not seem to react in pain, or it may not even understand it was just patience.
Oh, right. Beans the tank. Patience does a particular little low whistle, and Beans runs in and bites on the leg of the person, and Patience shoots with the shotgun. So I think I have to make my hit first, and then he can make his bite attack. I don't know. The way that's worded is confusing.
Yeah, you make your shots. See if you can use minor action to fight.
Okay.
It's difficulty 1. Uh, 2 successes. There was difficulty 9.
Cool.
Shotgun
and I
is
get to do 2.
actually closer. It would be difficulty range, but
And
damage.
do I get 2 shots? Oh yeah. Where's that?
to be
Very excited with the background, sorry.
6 damage with spread and vicious. Spread for each effect rolled, your attack inflicts 1 additional hit on the target. Each addition inflicts half the damage rolled rounded down and random level. You got 2 effects. Those get to hit a random location 2 more times. torso and the leg. Not that mattered. Have any
Oh,
armor?
that right leg is very, very not good. Like it got hit twice. So.
It took 6 damage from the first one, and then another 3 because it's a shotgun at this range, for 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage. And it just is thrown back into the wall, hits, and just slides. Not moving.
Beans, go check it.
Make sure to hydrate, y'all. We have 2 hydrates and a posture check and appreciation for the mods and the admins as well. All of the above.
I think. But amidst the sudden silence that the thundering sound of a shotgun blast in an enclosed space just creates, there is the sound of metal screeching on metal as the door to the vault rolls back into place in an age, and then
That's a good sound.
That's
I
not
wanna,
good.
I want to look around for any cameras or anything that might be watching us. Feels, like Harbinger was saying, this is a trap. So I don't know if anyone was watching us deal with this thingy or anything like that.
give you a go perception science.
Right.
Do you think we're in a Saw movie? Is that the guess here? Right.
I can, as Mallory, I can only hope. As Sawyer, we're screwed.
Would I do that to you?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do I get another? Do I pass this test? I'm 2 for 2, man.
Yep.
Then it's a success on your science roll.
All right.
In the immediate area, you're not seeing anything that might constitute. Backtracking a little bit to that main atrium area, you would spot hidden behind that welcome home sign a small cat.
And it looks like it's active. Okay, we've got eyes.
Is it reachable?
If you made like a human ladder, probably started like grabbing some furniture and dragging it over.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I'll
Harbinger
start
just
helping
grabbing
Harbinger like
chairs.
grab chairs or literally anything so we can get up to it to break it.
Sure.
Yeah, as soon as I can get up there, I'm just gonna take out my combat knife and just cut the wires.
While they're doing that, Lance is going to look at this body again now that he can get up close to it. And first of all, cut the head off with his buzzsaw. Because I don't have time for things that pretend to be dead but aren't. So Lance just goes and just like operates on this thing. And basically I want to like look this thing over to see like if I can learn anything else just based on what it looks like or what it's carrying or anything.
Lance, as reward your caution. Always welcome to horror game. You bring down the buzzsaw ready to cut this corpse's head off, and it does start to lunge up towards you as the saw blade comes down, and then finally does. It does seem
Predictable.
death. They may have more than one.
Lance, you are the Sir Lance is the epitome of the beaker from the Muppets meme with the chainsaw. Of like
Hell
the stealth
yes.
is optional for this mission.
That's the energy. That is Sir Lance's energy. 100%.
We share that a lot in Fallout
I'm
76
Beaker with a
Spaces.
chainsaw. I'm a Roomba with a grenade on it.
Love it.
It does legitimately look Frankenstein-esque. Or Frankenstein's monster-esque. My apologies.
Thank you.
Different,
so it looks like it was
limbs
sewed
sewn together. Even like looking at the chest, it looks like the rib cage is from different rib cages that have kind of been jammed into.
Mm-hmm. Is there some sort of a store of intelligence, like either science or medicine, that would Like, have I heard about this any time before? Is there anything in my data records from the past 200 and some odd years?
In science fiction, absolutely.
Sure.
No successful medical.
Sir Lance turns around with the blood flying off of his buzzsaw attachment that says, "This thing should not be."
Well, that sounds like most everything. Um, Patience is gonna look around for tracks. Any other like footprints or signs of life or unlife?
There's not even something you'd have to roll for, but yeah, even a quick cursory inspection would show that there are footprints that have come up and down this hall, as well as drag marks as if bodies.
Okay. Are they all pretty much going to the same place?
So far, you have exactly one hallway to even.
That's true. That's true. All right. Just gonna look around like wait for everybody else to get doing their stuff.
Lance just floating there looking at Beans.
Beans looking back. Anything else?
Is there anything else, like, I mean, Sir Lance took a look at this body. Is there anything that, in looking at the body, might tell us about whatever made it? Or chose to make it? Or what have you?
Looks like a collection of ordinary vault dwellers. Possibly the
Is there
denizens
any
of this vault.
Is there any exposed, like, wiring from that camera? Like, would we be able to follow the camera line?
You could follow it up until it goes.
Is there any access to the ceiling to follow?
Here.
That's okay.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe we just keep walking.
Why start now?
I was like, at least to open this door. Actually, as far as opening the door, where would we expect those controls to be? Near the door itself, or
Typically,
deeper
yeah.
into the vault? Do we see those controls there? Do they look like they'd been ripped out?
There's an entire chunk of that atrium meant for opening the vault from the inside that is just gone.
All right. So something else is working the door. Can I look at the door and like the missing machinery and kind of like figure out how they closed this door without the actual original mechanism?
The mechanism is still there, but it's like the terminal and everything you would need to access it from this immediately.
Okay. And I don't see anything that might have rerouted that to another area.
Who has high int, or is anyone from a vault? Is anyone a vault dweller?
Not from a vault, but decently high end.
Lance, you from a vault? Okay, so anybody with high int would probably
Which is very smart.
I would argue would probably maybe know to look at in the overseer's office. Harbinger would not.
Oh yes, yeah, of
I
course.
was
Someone
about
with
to
a
say,
4 intelligence and definitely never been in a vault before. Barely know what an overseer is. I asked Nuka, and that's all I know.
But
The
for
controls.
our for
The
those who are
controls
well read,
typically found here have been overridden and removed. Perhaps in the overseer's office we can find a terminal that will allow us access to exit the premises.
Let's go.
Sally forth! Sally forth!
the hell is an overseer?
It's somebody who oversees things. Like they look over,
Yeah, like an-
oversee.
Every
Well,
vault
that
is
does
appointed with
sound
an
like
overseer.
Appropriate name. Yes. Oh, it's
Yeah.
sort of like, okay, it's like a head of the church situation, but like for this building.
Yes, but
Giving me
religion does not
vibes.
factor into it.
But
Got it.
you're right, Sawyer.
It's
You're
giving
right.
me vibes. I don't.
Okay. Yeah, I can.
Are all vaults this creepy?
Yes.
I mean, I've heard some horror stories, but this is something else. I thought we were gonna find raiders in here. There's still there might still be raiders in here somewhere, but
Yes.
what was that, like just a superpowered feral ghoul? What the hell was that?
The
And
creature
as a
that,
monster.
I do not know what a monster is, but it reminds me of the creation from the 1818 novel Frankenstein by Mary Shelley.
Because it moved and looked like a feral, but didn't go down like a feral.
No, it was assembled and cobbled together from various other sources. Just as in the story of young Victor Frankenstein, a young scientist who creates a sapient... I'm just reading the Wikipedia page. Who creates a sapient creature in an unorthodox scientific experiment.
All right.
Overseer sounds too much like Overboss, and it's giving me vibes, and I just want to clear out whatever's in there sooner than later so we can get
I'm sure
the
this is a
hell out of here.
misunderstanding.
I'm sure it's not. But whatever it is, we'll find it. And hopefully
We will talk it out.
get rid... Sure.
I love the thought that the two of you answered at the same time with the totally different answers and both just went, yep, and just kept walking.
Yes, we did not come to an agreement, but we agree to keep going.
Yep. Yep. That's what's important.
Quality nonverbal communication right there.
Does anyone have a light sword?
Maybe.
Lance has an ambient glow from his thrusters. I'll have to check, but I think that's all the light he generates, basically.
I don't.
Depends on
I think
if you.
Sir Lance is probably... I think we all probably expected Sir Lance to have a flashlight of some kind.
Let me check the book about
You-
the robots.
I know that you can see
About the room.
in the dark. You wouldn't need a
I
light.
can see in the dark. I don't need one, but I do like being helpful, so...
Also, before we get too far, while we were at Bunker Hill, I think we have 15 caps from... I have 15 caps from last time. How many bullets could I have gotten for the handmade 5.56 with that?
Fantastic question.
I probably only want to spend 10 of it. Keep 5.
The price is... Equipment.
Sorry to derail and make sure I have enough ammunition.
Fine,
It's important.
it's important.
And I earlier had to put in the entire gun that I got during R.5 because I forgot to add it in, and I was like, wait, I have this extra ammo. What gun did I get at the end? I had to look it up and put it in my sheet.
What type of ammo was
What I
it?
did.
5.56.
There we are.
I also have 3 speech. It's not barter. I have 3 speech.
Oh, it immediately tells me. Oh, cost right there. It is 2 caps per.
Okay. I'll add 5 then, and we'll spend 10. Thank you. Sorry, everybody.
So, Sir Lance, when following your lead, can see much more than they can.
Yes.
Lead everyone what would be a large open recreation area. Multiple doors on 2 different levels branch off to either.
For a second, I thought you were going to say that I lead everyone into a trap, which also might be possible.
That too. But the lights here do flicker more on than off, so you can all get a glimpse of the horror that you are. Once meant for leisure, this area now bears the marks of a horrific massacre. Plush chairs and game tables overturned, all stained with long since red blood. a play area, eerily dark, silent, broken toys and torn teddy bears strewn across the entirety of the far end, a large mural. Bright, cheerful colors were cheerful years ago. Now you can see someone added their own touches, defacing it with splashes of reds. Oh, just any imagery, people that were painted on that mural have been defaced in red paint.
That's
Lance
not
is gonna
concerning.
Lance is going to sort of like relay this back to everyone in case they still can't see. He doesn't know. He's like, they can probably see in here, but just in case.
There's a
And sort of passes
terminal.
that around. Okay, all right, and before heading straight to the terminal, Lance is going to just turn around to mostly Sawyer, but everybody else, and say, That is not normal. This is the result of vandalism. And then he goes and floats over to the terminal and hacks the crap out of it.
The planet.
He finds the little brackets and he removes all the duds, and he gets his tries reset.
Yeah. Find the parentheses and the brackets, the lines.
How many do the words have in common, Hoop?
Well, let's find out with some intelligence science.
Well, good news. I got a science on my GOAT exam, so things are looking up. This is intelligence science. Here we go. 2 successes.
2 successes. All you needed was find some log entry. Now, finding that the vault is not named Vault 16. Indeed, Vault 61.
Justin's creeped out. Lance is not.
The first entry, titled New Beginnings. Vault 616 is officially operational. Doors are sealed and our residents are settling into their new lives. High hopes for this project. Chance to create a society that rises above the chaos. My assistant Charlie will be invaluable in maintaining order and ensuring that everyone follows the rules. Together, make this vault a beacon. And entry. Titled Progress Report, Stage 1. The experiments are proceeding as planned. Initial resistance was expected. I've handled it. Residents have been selected for enhancement. Too drastic. Strength, endurance. They don't yet understand, but this is for the greater good. Results are promising. There have been side effects. Progress. Sacrifice. The rest of the logs are just marked as error.
Lance narrates that at a low volume for everyone else nearby, and then turns around, doesn't say anything, just turns around and looks at them all. Like, this seems like a human thing, or a humanoid thing to be upset about. So, what do we do?
Attack with prejudice.
Kill everything that's in here with prejudice, and then get the fuck out.
You have
Well,
a few doors too.
Judging
And
by the
I came here to clear this place out, so that's what I aim to do.
I changed the personalities of all the Protectron robots in the vault to Subway Steward.
I'm gonna make sure we have the subway tokens, though.
Would any of you say that being particularly perceptive
Harbinger always is. That's her whole thing.
Yes.
Give you perception.
She doesn't trust anything. Oh, that wasn't me.
Patience. 0 successes, unfortunately.
Okay. And what was the roll?
Perception survival. Sawyer with a
Gotcha.
success, but a complication. Yuka with a success.
Oh,
Sorry, this is
first
difficulty
complication of the game. What?
We
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Happy to take it off everyone else's hands and suffer it myself.
And Harbinger.
How do we do survival with perception again? We click on survival, and then where it says attribute, just change it to whatever the perception is. Okay. And then it will. Okay.
Overall successes. Everyone scanning the fairly wide open room. Any desks, any cubbies, bookshelves.
This is all about Lance's like narrating the log entry, and that's why he's not rolling or looking around.
Head on a swivel.
Sawyer. As you are walking along, you're still well within eyesight of the others, within earshot of everyone, and probably almost within arm's reach. Step, and there's a creak of metal. You sink of just a hair, but it's enough that you feel your weight is starting to bend metal grate that you've.
I look down and it's just a grate. It's nothing that I would know to. I mean, not that they would know much.
I mean, it's
But-
dark under.
I'm just gonna slowly pick my foot back up and hope that I don't screw up
Or
something horrible. Because they're of the two minds, just as Mallory is at this moment. Either this is gonna explode when I take my foot off of it, or if I keep putting my foot down, I'm gonna fall through.
your reaction basically just slowly backstep away from.
Yep.
Start to remove the pressure in that plate. Yuka, you are standing next to Sawyer. One moment, the next, Sawyer has dropped and splashes into some liquid. You're only maybe about 2 feet down from where you were standing a moment ago, but you are just dunked into some kind of liquid.
Immediately.
Well,
drop
the good
them
news
down.
is I can reach you, and the bad news is I am covered in something disgusting. I don't know. I hope it's water.
All right. Not feeling any burning sensation or anything yet.
Oh, and I really hope it doesn't start. Why did you have to use the word
Nope.
yet?
Sorry. I'm already trying to pull Sawyer out of there.
Thank you. Like it's falling apart.
Okay, I know this is gonna be weird, but I just want to be on top of it, and I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna sniff like where Sawyer, like the 2 feet of liquid or whatever, and just like fully try to get an examination on and make sure this isn't anything like a chemical I know or something like that.
While that's happening, I'm just gonna go over to Sawyer and be like, "Hey, you okay? You okay?"
Yeah, I don't feel any burning, which I think might have been a concern. No, I just felt like a little bit. It's gross, but it's fine.
It is.
Wet.
Doesn't smell great. At one point, it may have been connected to the sewers here, but it's a system that hasn't been used in a long time, fortunately.
Okay.
It's just,
Just
like
kind of
old rusty,
Basically.
gross
Um,
water.
For Nuka,
I'll
Just gonna
be
like pat her on
fine.
the back and be like, "Be aware of your surroundings."
Nuka, as you
Okay.
Yeah,
lean forward,
close.
just to
Kind of like do one of those, tap her on the back of the neck. You got this. Stay focused.
leaning closer, just trying to get whatever you can out of this. And there is some rippling. Something just
Rippling?
hand is back on my gun. Gun is trained on the water, listening to
Yeah.
Harbinger.
Yeah, we got something in the sewer water. I'm gonna just take something out of my like some weird little gear in my pocket, and I'm gonna toss it down.
The moment it breaks the surface tension of the water, something just snaps out, retracts back down.
Huh?
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
Getting
Yeah.
some
Did I
Resident
get-
Evil 2 vibes here.
Did I? And it coming up to snap it. Did you get a look into the head? Is it like serpent-like? Is it like a croc?
With
Is
as
it?
dark as this is, you basically saw movement and then
Yeah. Sir
Could
Lance,
be a
we could use the light.
snallygaster.
What? What was that?
Said we could use your light. We've got something in the water, or we just leave it, which we
He's
could
just
also.
over there checking his email. Like he's just... One moment, I have apparently I've inherited a lot of money in an offshore banking account.
Scam. Scam.
Whatever it is,
No.
maybe
What
we
has
should try
happened?
to
Why
just
is Sawyer shorter?
leave it down there.
Sir
Whatever it is.
Lance, you just start, backing out, closing emails, closing tabs, backing out of the logs, like going back to the main screen,
Erasing my history.
erasing the
you know?
history, and you do see a notification in the log of the usage of this terminal that just says doors unlocked.
Attention, comrades. This says that the doors are unlocked. Would I think that to mean like internal doors? It doesn't mean like
Yes,
vault doors.
internal
like a big
doors.
chonker. Right,
As if
right,
someone
right.
just now sent the command for the doors.
I believe that the doors in the vault have been unlocked, but not because of something that we did. Somebody is leading us forward. Taunting.
Okay. That's not really leading us forward so much as it is, possibly releasing more of those Frankenfart things that you were talking about.
We're running the gauntlet right now. It's a test.
Well, I didn't sign
It's
up
a
for no
familiar
test.
test,
No.
and I fucking hate it. But I know exactly what this is.
Please tell the rest of us.
Back in Nuka World, we used to have this thing called the gauntlet. And we would lure people in and have them run through a death trap. It's one of the
For what
reasons I got
purpose?
out of there when I did. Entertaining the overboss. No purpose. Just fucked up entertainment.
Well, if we are going to be tested, this will be the third test I passed today.
Yeah, well, usually games like this are rigged. So, whatever we can do to think outside the box, don't listen, don't hesitate. We're going to need to act when the time comes. Act fast and decisively. And if we can find another way out, we need to take whatever exit we can get as soon as we can. I don't like
Well
this.
put, companion.
Would anybody like some cheese before we go?
Is it always supposed to be that color? I know that I'm like,
Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Is that-
It stings a little.
Do you have cheese?
Yeah, I got a whole. My
Cheese.
grandkid sent me a lunch.
Does it look okay? like above game? Or is it like
Yeah, no, like she's been eating it. Like she's
Oh,
been sitting
not dead
watching
yet.
you guys with the whole and like just old lady munching
Can
in
I-
the background.
can I get a piece of that?
But yeah, here I got.
Oh, hell yeah, that's freaking
None
awesome.
for me, thank you.
That's a good traveling companion. Take
Good
a
old
bite.
Ramen milk
cheese.
cheese.
That's amazing. All right, that's a good pick me up. All right,
Um,
sling the rifle over.
Well-
Let's keep going.
Sir Lance,
Uh,
from this room, have access to a connected medical wing, connected living quarters, and be unlocked.
He looks. And how many other doors are there? Coming off of here?
I mean,
Just
there's
those two? Or is
probably
there, like,
about
another
a
door
dozen, but the two that
Okay.
you have access to.
Perhaps the other doors will become unlocked as we clear them, one by one. Living quarters, medical quarters. Perhaps the medical quarters has a way to fix the people who were accidentally sewn together.
Or
I don't
might
think
be-
that was really like an accident, but sure, the medical place does sound probably like a good idea. There's probably some stuff in there that.
Well,
Good.
what Sawyer
Maybe some
Sawyer
stim
mentioning.
packs.
Feel like if this overseer was behind some of these medical experiments, maybe the office would be closer to that than the living quarters.
Not a bad thought. To the
And if
medical
this-
quarters.
As we're walking, and if this overseer is anything like the overboss, they're probably just as fucking awful. Which means the living quarters are probably rife with these ghoul 2.0s.
I do not think we will have a shortage of them.
Well, at least medical wing means stim packs if we get overwhelmed.
Yes, you need those.
Hopefully. Soft flesh, yeah, we do, unfortunately.
Flesh
Although I really
bags.
like the idea of like a metal shell. I do envy that about you, Sir Lance.
It was not my choice, but it has served me well. My armor. Now, for the blue and the yellow, advance! And
It's
he just
never
sort of,
enough
like,
armor
goes
for us
towards the
flesh
medical
bags.
wing.
All right. It's small climb up the stairs. The doorway itself, as you approach, to open. For the moment, it is pitch black.
Anything, Sir
Lance is
Lance?
the first
'Cause
one
I
in.
think the rest of us can't again.
Yeah, Lance floats in there first and tries to like get a layout at least. He's not
Yep.
he's not the perceptionistist, but he's pretty perceptive. So he's trying to like look this route over and see if any threats, anything of interest. You know, perception things.
Glide through the doorway. There's a small tug on one of your arms, string that snaps,
Damn it!
and a small bouquet of explosives drop down, hit the ground, and
Oh, fuck.
Sir Lance, I need you to make a perception survival test, please, of difficulty 2, and anyone who feels like they were immediately next to that door. Certainly don't have to be. I fully leave it up to you if any of you were right there at the...
At least you don't have the squishy internal organs like the rest of us
Damn it.
do.
That was 2 natural 20s.
Yep.
Oh,
Which is also the number of grenades in that bouquet.
Wait, can I hold on? Wait. Can
so
I
if you want to spend any
I
AP
have
for extra...
so many points.
Oh yeah, that's right, the AP thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
About to
I
say.
definitely want to reroll if I can, but I don't. Can I?
You can spend hero points.
Oh, that's true.
Ooh, it looks like our hero points disabled.
Hero points are bought through Lovely Chat.
Hmm.
But we
Oh.
do have, I believe, and Elsie can correct me if I'm 6 left.
Okay. I would definitely reroll mine too. Just because I had 0 successes and a complication. So there goes 1 hero point. I will reroll both of these. Another fucking 20. So I'm just gonna go
3 in a row.
and shut down.
Oh, we have
In a
10.
corner.
I'm doing great here.
You can also spend an
We have
AP.
10 hero points.
You spend
We have
AP
10 hero points right now.
before you roll if you want to add an additional D20.
Yeah, Lance is just giving up. Lance is scrap metal now, but good luck everybody else.
How much are hero points?
We have 10 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they
we have 10 of them right now.
So you
a
just use them. And if you want to buy one in chat, what is it, like $5?
$5
Yeah,
donation.
5 for a hero and 10 for a villain.
So at the moment, Sir Lance is a failure and a complication. Patience is a failure and a complication. Anyone
I had
else?
a success.
It is 2 successes.
Oh, 2. I missed that part. Damn.
Well, so both of you are going to take just a hair bit of damage, the tiniest bit of damage.
God, I remember how deadly explosives are in this game. Fuck.
6 points of
Remember how
damage.
during the point
buying-
5 we almost all died because Hoop rolled too well, and we had to remind him we have a whole series to play with these characters? Oof.
It's for an excellent cause. I was gonna donate anyway, but I just bought
Aw.
$25 worth of hero points.
Thank you.
So whatever we want to use those for,
Up to
and we're
15.
$25 closer.
But
How
yes.
close are we, by the way, to our goal?
Oh, we are at $981 of hitting
That's
our
after the 25. Okay, all right.
second stretch goal, which my shaving my beard may or may not be on this list. $1,500.
Yes.
I've never in our
Like,
whole
good
friendship,
incentive.
I've never seen you without a beard, Hoop.
None of you
Oh my
have.
god.
But
All
Sir
we
Lance,
have to do it. I have to see this man without a beard.
Uh-huh.
Sir Lance
have
and
to.
Patience. Unfortunately, the two of you are caught in this grenade bouquet explosion, and as it rocks through this very cramped space, echoing through the atrium, echoing through the medical wing, the lights flick on. And in just a flash before combat starts, would see into what is a nightmare. More of a gruesome butcher shop than a medical wing. Blood-stained gurneys lay overturned in every corner of the room. Surgical tools are scattered across the floor. Some of the tools have even been crudely modified past their original use. There are operating rooms off the edge of the wing, all with various body parts, some grotesquely stitched to other parts, mockeries of faint, bloody handprints trail along the walls, leading towards like some, maybe a doctor's office, room. Hard to tell from here. But propping themselves up from various corners of the room, pulling themselves off gurneys, just kind of flopping to the floor before trying to get to their handful of these abomination are going to start shambling.
Let's close that door.
But that's where we're going to go to a real quick break.
Oh!
Give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your legs, prepare for what is sure to be a very interesting combat, because these are homebrew creatures. Yeah. We'll be back in
If
just
we
a few.
die.
While we're gone, don't forget, if you'd like to donate to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, do so at the link provided right here. Right there. If you want to get entered for the raffle at the end of the week, as well as buy hero and villain points to help myself or to help the heroes, which I don't know why you want to do that, because clearly I am the hero here and I should win all my games of D&D. But we'll be back very soon. And welcome back. I love that stinger, so cool. Where we left off, we had our lovely robot friend Sir Lance charge valiantly forward into the pitch black room of the medical wing, only to set off
Dude walked through a doorway. He floated through a doorway, Hoop.
Well, it is a string trap connected to a
He did say
grenade
charge.
bouquet,
That's true. Yeah.
which did unfortunately set it off, causing Patience and Sir Lance both to get caught in the explosion before the lights came flashing on, blinding everyone for just a moment, and then multiple abomination-like creatures started crawling out of their various corners of the room. That
Well, shit.
Yeah.
it's gonna put
Time
us
for the guns to go. Brr.
back into subjective. That is gonna put Sir Lance and Patience at close range to them. And it's gonna put the rest of you at
Also, I just want to shout out to the audience the makeup that Baba Yaga did for the explosion
so good.
during
Yes.
break.
Like came back and was like,
While-
sorry, I had to explode really quick. And we
Yeah.
were all like,
While attending to children, so that's some serious, impressive multitasking.
All right. So this time, instead of just doing a set initiative, roll everyone's initiative score and add us. I think that's more fun than a set initiative. Take that, rules. Take that, Modifius. Can't stop
They're
us.
just guidelines anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
how dare you try to gamify Fallout?
for the abomination,
Wait.
they got an 8 for their initiative. Got slightly worse. Harbinger, what is your initiative score?
That's a good question.
Oh, it's 15. I can see it right there.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Harbinger, your new initiative score is a 13. Slightly worse, but still far above them. Sawyer, initiative score is
13 as well.
11. Everyone is just dropping by 2. That's kind of funny how that's working.
Ah.
Patience. You're 4. Now, Lane.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
Yuka, 12.
Elf.
And you're still at 12.
Hey.
Didn't change. Harbinger, nothing changed for years. You're still at the top of initiative. At this angle, however, I'd say you probably have an angle to one of them, as you are shooting through a single doorway with Sir Lance smack dab in the middle.
Yeah, I'm not charging there. I'm going to keep my advantageous position, and whichever one I can see, I'm just going to fire at that one.
Mm-hmm.
Or-
Bottleneck him.
You're at medium,
Okay.
Shoot past me.
medium weapon, so no penalty.
Okay, and I'm going to do that with center mass and fast shot.
Get to reroll one of the
All right.
dice, and can
Should be torso.
yeah, makes no difference. They don't have any armor anywhere. But that is 2 successes, which brings your
Okay.
party AP up to its
Perfect.
maximum.
And fast shot, the second major action, it's going to...
Gonna roll your damage for the first
Uh,
one.
Yep, you're right. Thank you.
4 points of damage with 1 burst. The attack will hit an additional target within range of the target for each rolled. Each additional target spends 1 additional point of ammunition. Need you to spend another point of ammunition as the spray of bullets manages to clip another one.
Okay, so mechanically, with the is it 1 round per success, or
So
is it
it's
just 1 round per attack?
1 round per attack, but because your
Okay.
weapon is burst,
Yep,
for every
so it's
burst
2
effect,
rounds.
it costs you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, all right. So yeah, just firing in there with the handmade assault rifle, and with fast shot, I can use 1 AP to make a second major
it.
action, which I think is just attack twice.
Yep.
Okay.
Fire again.
Ooh. Okay.
2 successes. Immediately refunding
And-
that AP spent. Absolutely
Awesome.
hitting.
Hell yeah. And roll that damage again. Ooh.
5 damage. That first one is up.
Okay, so she's just, come on! And firing in there from, you just, the rocket and the echo of machine gun fire from behind as she just focused in, firing bullets. That's all she can do. That's all she does. And hopefully she does it well most of the time.
One you can see is just ripped to shreds from bullets.
So with that burst, is that 2 more rounds?
You got no burst on this. It only
No burst,
bursts
okay,
if you roll an effect.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it would show up on, it would be effect 1.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I
Okay.
am going to spend an AP. And I'm going to interrupt, have one of these abominations go. Going to charge Sir Lance, limbs flailing. Sir Lance is going to try smack you.
It can try and probably do it.
0 successes.
Haha!
Good job.
Thanks. I'm just floating there.
One limb just uselessly hanging. What's in that limb that of yours that was injured?
Lance's, that would be his.
Oh, you didn't take an injury.
1, 2.
you have
That would
2
be his
physical.
laser emitter.
You have 2 physical armor, so you didn't even take an injury.
No, I didn't. And even if he did, he can't drop the buzzsaw or the laser.
It would just
But it might
become
be like,
useless.
damaged. Yep, probably.
Nuka,
But he's still in it.
same thing. You had line of sight to one of them, the one that Harbinger just gunned down. There is one within the door, but Sir Lance is completely blocking your. Unless you want to aim for like the leg or something.
Okay. And they're both still in the doorway.
Yes.
Okay. And it's dark in there? Like,
No, it is.
can
The
we-
lights all came
the
just
lights are
blaring
on.
out.
We see all the horror.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Right. Cool. Yeah, I guess I will use my minor action to pull out my pipe gun. And am I in close quarters to use my pipe gun?
You're in medium right now.
Medium?
If you want to get close, you would
so-
have to action.
Okay. And since I did not have my weapon pulled out prior to, then I guess I will have to use my major action to sprint, though I don't want to use the full 2.
Right, you're
I
just
just wanna
basically
get
getting up to the
into
door so you can fire
Yeah.
through it. Yeah, gotcha.
So easy, simple. I'm gonna fumble with my gun and then grab it and then run up as close as I can.
Absolutely. Got it. All right. Then that will bring us. I'm going to spend another AP. Another of them is going to charge Sir Lance. They're going to interrupt the order.
Send all your Frankensteins at me.
Hey, 1 success. Hit you 1 time.